Now let's go to the text of the poem. The Leader and the Led by Niyi Osundare. The lion stakes his claim to the leadership of the pack, but the antelopes remember the ferocious pounds of his paws. The hyena says the crown is made for him, but impala shudder at his lethal appetite. The giraffe craves a place in the front, but his eyes are too far from the ground. When the zebra says it is his right to lead, the pack points to the duplicity of his stripes. The elephant trudges into the power tussle, but his colleagues dread his trampling feet. The warthog is too ugly, the rhino too riotous, and the pack thrashes around like a snake without a head. Our name calls for a hybrid of habits, proclaimed the forest sage, a little bit of lion, a little bit of lamb, tough like a tiger, compassionate like a doe, transparent like a river, mysterious like a lake. A leader who knows how to follow, followers mindful of their right to lead. That is the poem. Let's now go to the analysis of the poem. The leader and the led serves as the voice of Niyi Osundare in finding solutions to the leadership problems defiling Africa. These poets are also part of the society, and they have every right to condemn whatever is wrong in the society. They can condemn and correct it. Let's continue. The belief of some people that the seat of power is their birthright, that they are all in all, that nobody can do it better is steadily condemned in this poem. He also suggests the type of leaders that are beneficial to our society. In achieving this, he makes use of the qualities and the characters of animals to bring home his point. The poem opens in the first stanza with the lion, saying that he is the only animal that can lead the other animals. But the antelope is against this because of the pounds of lion's paws. The lion will be too autocratic. We all know we know that lions always kill. It kills other animals at will. That is why the antelope is condemning it. Let's look at the image of lion here. Let's look for the image of lion. I think we all know lion. He's the king of animal, really, but it kills other animal, and that is why it is condemned that it cannot be a good leader. A good leader should be the security officer of his people that will be protecting them against any evil. So the lion is condemned here. Let's continue. The hyena in the third stanza also lays claim to the leadership. The impalas, that is African antelope, condemns this due to the lethal appetites of the animal, that he always look for something to eat, is never satisfied. Hence, the hyena will be corrupt. So when we have a leader that is never satisfied, that is a corruption. Such a leader will be corrupt. Let's look at hyena here. This hyena. Hyena is never satisfied. Always look for something to eat. So that is why the animal is condemned. Let's continue. In the fourth stanza, giraffe also jumps to the front that it is the only animal that can lead the others successfully, but he forgets that his eyes are too far from the ground, hence he will not be able to see everywhere, and this could lead to a serious problem as the giraffe will not be able to secure the animals under him. We all know giraffe, how long the neck is, so he will not be able to see everywhere. He will not be able to protect its people. That is why it is also condemned. Let's continue. The zebra also says that he is the best when it comes to leadership in stanza 5. But the duplicity of his stripes connotes a great danger. A good leader should not have this kind of character. Any animal which can present itself as the leader because the stripes are not unique. So any animal that can just come and present itself as the leader, so far it has stripes like a zebra. Let's look at zebra here. That beautiful animal. So any animal with these stripes can just present itself as their leader. So that is why zebra is also condemned here. Let's continue. The elephant also claims that the crown fits him most, but the other animals fear his trampling feet that are killing. Whatever or whoever the elephant steps is dead. So the other animals believe that with elephant as their head, they are not safe. Whatever elephant step is dead. That is why the elephant is also condemned. Let's look at the image of elephant here. We all know elephant, the type of animal the elephant is. You see, whoever or whatever it steps is dead. That is why the elephant is condemned. Let's continue. The warthog, a species of white dog, and the rhino also say the same thing, but they are ugly and riotous respectively. That is that the warthog is ugly while the rhino is riotous. Now let's look at the images of the two animals here. Let's see whether warthog is ugly. Let's look at warthog. Look at it. So what the poet is trying to bring out here is that a leader should be presentable to the people. Warthog is condemned here because it is ugly. Let's also look at rhino. The only thing against rhino is that it is violent. It always fights other animals. So a good leader should not have such kind of character, and that is why rhino is also condemned here. Let's continue. A good leader should be presentable and should not engage in disagreements always for peace to reign in the society. Finding a good leader now becomes a problem. It gets to a stage where solutions should be sought. The sage, that is the elders in the forest, now put heads together to prefer solutions. The sage then suggests that the suggestion is that there's a need to bring different habits and characters together. That is, there should be a hybrid, as we have it in the poem. One need calls for a hybrid of habits. Our need calls for a hybrid of habits. Proclaim the forest sage. That's the chant of the elders in the forest. That is, the habits should be mixed together. People should come together to take decision. And that's why we have a democracy. That's why the theme of the democracy comes out. A little bit of lion, a little bit of lamb. We all know the character of a lion, and we all know the character of lamb. That is, these two characters should be mixed together in making suggestions, in making decisions in the society. The sage explained further that the blending of these habits makes things work so as to live peacefully in the society. That is, for peace to reign supreme in the society, these two characters, these two habits should be mixed together. Tough like a tiger, compassionate like a doe, transparent like a river, mysterious like a lake. That is, all these habits are useful in the society. We cannot jettison anyone. In the last stanza, it expatiates further that a servant leadership is deserved. A leader that is able to carry along their followers and knows their rights in the course of carrying out their duties. As we have it in the poem, a leader who knows how to follow, followers mindful of their right to lead. It's not a leader that will be bossing everybody around. That is, the leader is the boss. But what they crave for is a kind of leader, a kind of a servant leadership. a leader that will be able to carry along the followers, and the followers that will also know their rights in the society. That is what the poet is trying to preach. To preach in the poem. That's what he's trying to preach in the poem. Making use of the characters of these animals to explain how the society should run, the type of leader we should have in the society. That's the end of the poem. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more on literature in English. Thank you.